Oh, hey, 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 hey. It's vlog time. It's the 25th of January. It's a Saturday morning. I'm in a different location. Why not? Let's spice things up. Today's video is going to be for anyone that's wanted to make a very big decision or change in their life, but they are eyes and scared. Super scared of it. They need to act a certain way, and you're scared, you have fear, you have doubt, you need to go up on stage and you have the fear and anxiety that comes up. We're going to be talking about how to smash that out of the park. That's right. Today's video is how to smash fear and doubt out of the park, how to feel the fear and do it anyway, as they say, and why you need to do that, and why also you have the fear. Something that I came across last year in my quest of learning how to emote and make friends and communicate and all of that fun stuff was that even when you're doing the right thing, I had this fear come up often. Going up to somebody and talking to them. I have this fear or anxiety or, coming into work or whatever it is, right? And my therapist would always say, emotions are really important because they give you hints, right? They give you hints on whether something's right or something's wrong. You need to relook at things and just do a bit of shuffling around, which is true. However, there is one caveat. When you are doing something new, when you are doing something that you are unfamiliar with, and something that your brain is basically going through uncharted territory, that is the only caveat, because in that situation, 10 out of 10 times, your brain's going to be stressed. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't mean that, I'm going on a new ride, or I'm going to a new food restaurant, I'm going to a new country. Because when you do that, your brain has already experienced a new country. It's traveled, so that's why you're excited about it. The excitement that comes with going to a new country. The traveling itself is a fun experience, so you're not scared about going to a new country because you've done it before. You're not scared about eating at a new place because you've done it before. All of these things where you've done a variation of and had a pleasant experience, you will not feel fear. So that is not the scenarios we're talking about. What we're talking about is something that your brain has no experience of. Zero context, zero evidence, like uncharted, path less traveled, you name it. In those situations, 10 out of 10 times, your brain will send you a fear response. It will put you into survival, fight or flight, survival, fear, and your thinking will be shut off. At that point in time, your logical thinking will most likely be shut off, and your habit will come through of how you deal with things, stress management, etc. So, here's an example. I didn't like talking to people. I genuinely disliked it because I didn't get it. I didn't understand how to do emotions. I didn't understand how to connect with other people. It was like this empathy stuff. What is this? After a year of working on it, I was like, cool, I'm just going to start talking to people. Knowing full well that this is the right thing to do and it's a good thing and I'm going to connect with people. Because I've never had the experience of connecting with somebody, my brain automatically said to me, don't do it. This is a bad idea. Don't do it. Bad idea. Abort mission. So why is this important to know? Because oftentimes I hear people decide, you know what, I don't like my job. I need to change. I need to change my career, or I need to change, my location where I live. This relationship isn't working for me. This friendship isn't working for me. This, lifestyle of eating a particular way isn't working for me. And I know what the right thing to do for me is. Logically, in my head, I understand what to do. But so often, most of us stop when we go close enough to making the decision and making a step across the line to start. So many of us get faced with that fear response because our brain is like, whoa, buddy, what is that? I don't know what that is. That's unknown. We don't like unknown. Bad idea. And your brain is amazing. It's so smart. It knows you inside out because it's what makes you you. And it convinces you that it's actually a bad idea. How many of you are like, I'll start I'll start the diet on Monday. I'll start on Monday. Get to Monday and there's birthdays in the office. So obviously I have to have cake. I can't not do it. It's just rude. It would be rude of me to not participate in the celebratory cakes or whatever. We've all been guilty, From Monday, I'm going to start making my bed. I'm going to, keep my room clean. I'm not usually a clean person, but we're going to turn a new leaf. We're going to start having a clean room. We're going to have a clean house. We're going to have... Monday comes along. You have to do it. And your brain's like, whoa, this is new. This is not right. This can't be good for us. Go back to what we know. Bed not made. You're in a rush. You wake up late, probably because your brain's freaking out already that you have to do it. So you're late, so you're rushing, so you come up with the excuse that, I don't have enough time to do my bed or do anything. I've just got to come to work late. So, oftentimes we change our minds to do things because of the fear that comes up in our brain, which isn't actually real. So our brain is a survival machine. All it's doing its entire life is protecting us from the outside. And it does it very well. We've survived how many thousands of years? It knows what it's doing. It's going to keep you protected. Now, granted, it may not be great habits, but you're alive because of whatever it is that your brain decided is a good idea to keep you alive. So in those moments, it's really important to understand that, because when you go to do something completely new that your brain doesn't understand, it automatically classes that as danger. And it automatically starts trying to protect you. And your excuses is actually just a protection mechanism. Any excuse that comes out of you, don't feel bad about that. That's actually necessary. Excuses are necessary for your brain to survive. But that is all it is, a survival. Now, you need to make a choice whether you want to live a life of survival and at the mercy of your brain trying to protect you from out there, Or you can live an intentional life where you understand your brain, you hear your brain, you empathize with your brain and say, you know what, brain, thank you for letting me know that you think this is dangerous, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I don't think it's that bad. Now, when you do that, you start creating new neural pathways in your brain. And slowly, after you do it enough times, it goes, oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. It might even happen after the first time, you know. If it's something like having a positive interaction with people, that could happen after the first time. Oh, damn, this wasn't so bad. Why was I freaking out about it? Don't mind me, my coffee. But it's important to understand that, right? So whenever you go to make a decision and that fear comes up and you start coming up with excuses, understand that what's happening is your brain is just going into survival and is trying to protect you for something it doesn't know. In that moment, be empathetic to your brain, listen to yourself and say, thank you very much, brain. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm grateful that you are here to keep me alive. I am going to continue down this path because I understand that this is healthy for me. This is a good idea. So I'm just going to put you to the side. I'm going to let you sit there and just watch what happens. Go forth and prosper. That's one aspect of it. The fear. And then there's doubt. Fear and doubt. Now the doubt, this is important to understand, stems from the same root cause, your brain trying to protect you. Now, I'm going to get a bit deep and serious here, but how many of you guys know people that are, for example, in relationships that you can see isn't good for the person? It's not good for them. Like, they're treated poorly, you know, there could even be abuse involved, whatever it is, and they stay. And they can't leave. You know, a lot of therapists, I've read a lot of books on this matter, and all the time like, oh, you know, it's because the guy's a narcissist and this and that, and they put labels on it. But what's actually happening is really simple. And it's a testament, again, to our brain and its power. So you're in this relationship, you are used to it, you are comfortable with it, you know what to expect. Yeah, it's horrible, you might get beaten up a bit. I don't want to laugh about that, that's not funny. If you get beaten up a little bit, or you get insulted a lot, or it's just not a healthy relationship, right? Your brain knows it though. It's familiar. It knows what to expect. Although you may be in danger, you know what kind of danger. You know what to do to protect yourself in these situations. Now, you also have a logical side of your brain that tells you that this needs to go. Bye, Felicia. Bye. So you say to yourself, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave this relationship. I'm going to go. I'm going to be in a healthy one. I'm going to be safe. It's going to be good. And then the day comes where you're like, that's it, it's happening. And the doubt, the fear and the doubt kicks in. Like, you start telling yourself, hang on a minute. Maybe I won't find anyone better. What if he kills my family? What if, sorry, that was a bit too much, but the fear is real. The doubt is real. You know, what if this is the best I'll ever get? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one that needs to change. And then you talk yourself out of making that decision and you're back to square one. Why? because leaving is unknown. Although it's the right decision and everyone knows that this is exactly what should happen and you will feel better once you've done it, in the moment, your brain doesn't know that. Your brain sees unknown. This is unknown. We do not know what life is like this. We don't like unknown. This is not good. This is not good. This is danger. This is safe. This is danger. So it flips it. Although in reality we know that this situation is dangerous, like actually physically dangerous, our brain doesn't think so because it's familiar. This situation that's in reality quite safe and the right thing to do actually is danger for our brain. So it comes up with doubt that you shouldn't make that choice. You shouldn't do that thing. It's trying so hard to keep you safe. In those moments, again, you need to take it back a bit and go, hang on a minute. My brain's just trying to survive. That's cool. Thank you, brain. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for being on the lookout for the dangers. But I reckon we're gonna go ahead with it. We're gonna go ahead and see what happens. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you guys are trying to make a really difficult decision, if you're going to try something completely new that you've never done before and it feels really uncomfortable, unnatural, there's a lot of fear, anxiety, and doubt about that situation. So long as you've done your research and you go, okay, look, honestly, the pros are better than the cons. I'm not, shooting myself in the foot by making this decision, like genuinely, logically, on paper. Yes, this is a good idea. On paper, I can tell this is a good idea. There's a lot better outcomes if I make this decision and I do this than if I don't. So long as that groundwork has been done and you know for a fact that this is a good idea, this is a good decision, this new experience could be really, really good for me, as much as you can know, then it is now your job to understand that the moment you're going to go for it, your brain is going to tell you that you shouldn't do it, it's a bad idea, and what the heck are you thinking? Because you're going to die. That's because that's what's going to tell you, it's what you're going to think. You're going to freak out. You're going to have the fear, the doubt, and you're going to freak out, and you're going to want to not do it. Bring yourself back to your list, to your pros, to your cons. Acknowledge your brain. Say, thank you, brain. You're looking out for me. Now, we've done the groundwork. We know that this is a good idea. I appreciate you. I'll hold your hand. We're going to do it. And that's it. So, lesson from today, guys. Feel the fear and do it anyway, as they say. But understand that all your brain ever wants to do is keep you safe and protect you. Acknowledge that. You'll feel a lot better. Understand that when you're going to try something new, you're going to have fear and doubt come up because your brain's trying to protect you. And when that happens, understand that even though your brain is telling you that this is a bad idea, it's not, because you've done the groundwork and the research to say that this actually is a good idea, and that's why you wanted to do it in the first place. That's all. Don't doubt yourself, guys. You know what you want. You know the real you. You can be anything you want. You got the power. Just a bit of understanding and knowledge of how our brain works is important. But that's it. You got it, guys. Right? Kick ass. It's a Saturday. It's the weekend. It's the 25th of January. It's a glorious day. Feel the fear? Do it anyway. Acknowledge yourselves. Kick butts. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.